So I'm Ron Kaufman. I've been living in Singapore now for 30 years, and I've got this strange hobby, which is picking up trash whenever I go out walking. And I go walking just about every day. I put on a weight vest to give myself a little more exercise, and then I carry this trash picker-upper in plastic bags. And the whole thing began when I was walking in the park with my daughter. She was 4 years old, and I saw a soda can on the grass a little bit off the path. And I said to her, "Hey, Bri, hold on a second." I went off, I picked it up, came back, we kept walking until we got to the garbage can, and then I threw it out. And that's when she said to me, "Daddy, that wasn't your soda can." And I looked at her, I remember it said, "You know, honey, you're right. I wasn't the one who dropped it there. I didn't drink the soda." But once I saw it, it really became my choice, my responsibility, whether I was going to leave it there for the next father and his daughter or son or mother or family, and they were going to have to see it, or whether I was going to be the guy who picked it up and threw it away. And so that became this entire hobby where it's a daily go out into the park or out into the neighborhood and clean it up. It still absolutely amazes me how messy people can be. I mean, what kind of a sense of entitlement must come along with, I can come out to this beautiful park, have a wonderful picnic with my friends, and leave all the trash? Or I can go swimming and then just leave the drink bottle behind? I mean, who is supposed to come around after you to do the cleanup? You brought it there, the garbage can is over there. Come on, we can all be responsible, at least for ourselves. And for those who aren't, well, the rest of us can take a little more responsibility and pick it up. The joy I get is because I've done something that's going to contribute to someone else's joy. They may not even ever know that it wasn't as pretty as it is when they see it. But that feeling that I get from having made it a little prettier, made it a little cleaner, a little nicer, boy, that's a real inside job. And it has just reinforced the whole sense of being in service, doing things for and with other people. Talk about making life better. It's not just about making my life better, it's about making our lives better. That makes my life better. So some people ask me if this is sort of a rain or shine kind of thing, or only when the weather is beautiful. And the trash is always there, and I always want to get out and do my exercise. So it doesn't really matter to me what the weather is, unless it's downpour, and then I'll skip it for the day. But otherwise, I enjoy going out into the park, and there's always seems to be some trash there that could be picked up. Well, I know that I won't clean up the whole park on any one day, and I know that I can come back the next day and there's going to be garbage again, at least while humanity is still waking up and growing up. And yeah, the challenge will always be there in the sense of never getting the job fully done. But for that piece of garbage that I picked up, I got that job done. For that area that another family may walk through and it's nice and clean, I got the job done. The most unexpected and deeply enjoyable was when one of the park cleaners, the person who's actually paid to clean the park, was driving along his little cart with garbage bags, and he came up and was like, "Doot, doot." And I looked over and he just stopped next to me, and we didn't share verbal language, but he just beamed at me this big smile and gave me a thumbs up. And I nodded, and then he just drove off. And there was this sense of community between somebody of another native language in a completely different walk of life in the same park doing the same thing. And I could tell that he actually enjoyed his work and that we shared that moment of joy with each other. So, leave this place better than you found it also acknowledges the mortality of being human beings. None of us are going to stay here for longer than we get to stay here. So, what is this place? It's a remarkable, miraculous, organic, physical, biologically vibrant place that supports being human. And some family brought you forward and you're part of some community, but you're not here forever. So this place that we're in Can we be here in a way that leaves this place better than we found it? Well, we know we're alive in a time of ecological crisis, and so we're not going to solve that by any one person, but can we be open to leaving the place where we live, the relationships we're in, the neighborhood that we care about, the community we're part of, the teams that we're on, better than we found it? Can we be concerned for and contribute to the larger issues in the world that will leave the world better than we found it? We're not going to revert back to a perfect ecological niche with no pollution and no physical difficult problems of humanity. But humanity's always wrestled with challenging problems and always will. But can we leave this place so that the next people who come after found it at least a bit better than when we got here? I think we can.